Welcome back to my next Lost. Season 1 episode review video. Before I get into that though, pretty important if you aren't caught up to the point where I am at rewatching or watching Lost, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you found if you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And as far as my history with the show Lost, I started watching the show when it was airing in season 5. My roommate at the time was a big fan of the show and he got me hooked on it. I was obviously lost. He would clue me in on stuff, but I liked the show enough to watch it to the end, and then eventually I got caught up on the rest of the stuff. Watched it again in 2014, I believe, and again liked it, but I binged it, so I watched it really quick. Watched it again in 2020, another scenario where I binged it, but now I'm watching it again because I want to watch it slow and take my time. So this is going to take like at least 6 months to get done with this. Actually, probably more than that. So anyways, with all that said, I love Lost. It's in my top 5 favorite shows of all time. And this will be Lost, Season 1, Episode 7. The title of this episode is called The Moth. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. So we have Charlie playing his guitar, and Locke wants to go for a walk. Jack's back to get his stuff on the shore. He's looking at Kate's mugshot. And then Kate sees this and she asks if he's staying. And Jack says, the caves are a natural shelter and that's where I'm going. And Kate asks if he's mad at her. And Jack says, I don't understand why you don't come with me. And then Kate mentions Saeed working on finding where the signal is coming from. And Jack says, I wish I shared your faith. It's a very important thing in the show where Jack's, not a man of faith. And then Sawyer comes in and says, I wouldn't mind sharing a few things myself. And Sawyer's laying a claim to Jack's place on the shore. So that's why he says he's in there. Charlie's walking and Locke's not with him all of a sudden. He wonders where Locke is. And then a boar starts chasing him. And then we go to a Charlie flashback. Charlie has sinned. He's talking to a priest. He's had relations with different women or different girls recently and watched them have relations with each other. Not so bad, in my opinion. Charlie says he's going to quit the band because of this to Liam. And Liam, that's Charlie's brother, Liam tells Charlie that they just got signed to a deal. And then we have more of the boar chasing Charlie. So we're back to real time now. And then Locke has set a trap and caught the boar in the trap. And Charlie's mad that he was just bait and tells Locke to give him his bloody drugs. Locke says if he asks him 3 times, on the 3rd time he'll give him the drugs back. That's the first time. Saeed is going to try and triangulate the source of this signal. Boone and Kate will be placing the antennas for that. They'll use like rocket fireworks to let the others know when they've placed their antennas. Sawyer gives Kate a laptop battery which will help Saeed, and then Sawyer tells Kate all she had to do was ask because she insulted him first. Charlie tells Jack he has a headache. When Jack asks what's wrong with him, the real reason is he's going through withdrawals. Is my eye is bothering me a little bit right now. And Liam promises to Charlie that they'll walk away if things get crazy. Jin complains to Sun about what she's wearing. Hurley tells Charlie that Jack said his guitar is in the way. And then, Charlie goes to confront Jack about this. And then the cave collapses while Charlie is talking to Jack. And then Hurley tells Charlie to go to the beach for help and make sure you tell Kate. Saeed tells Kate they should have died during the plane crash. It's a fluke that they're alive right now. Boo needs to help Jack and asks Shannon if she can fire the rocket. And Shannon says she can do it. And turns out the heroin that Charlie has was actually Liam's heroin. Sawyer finds Kate and Saeed. He tells Kate he's here to help. And keep in mind, Sawyer knows that the doc, Jack, is in trouble. Charlie tells Locke that Jack's trapped in the cave, and then Charlie tells Locke he wants a stash again. And then Locke's like, that's your second time. And then Locke shows Charlie a moth cocoon. And it's the second time you've asked me for your drugs back. Ask me again, and they're yours. Michael and company try to help Jack get out of the cave, as Michael was like a contractor when he was, on, back in the day. And, he was just recently, actually. So Jack's now pinned and can't move due to the collapse of the cave. And Kate tells Saeed she can handle Sawyer. And Charlie wants to crawl in the hole to free Jack. Sawyer asks Kate, what is it about Jack? And Sawyer says he can run this island as well. And then Sawyer lets it slip that Jack got buried in the cave. So Kate runs off to go attend to Jack, hoping that he's still around. Charlie ends up crawling into the cave just as everything collapses again. And then we go back to a Charlie flashback. Liam has a bunch of women in his dressing room. He actually missed sound check. Charlie tells Liam he's killing himself, and Liam tells Charlie he's not in the band. That's what the hell bloody you are. What the hell bloody use for are you? And then Charlie looks at Liam's drugs as the during the scene ends. And then back to the island events. Charlie crawls through the hole as the tunnel collapses. I think I already said that. I jumped ahead of myself. And then tells Jack he's here to rescue him. Kate arrives and wants to know why nobody's currently digging. And then Jack's shoulder is dislocated. So Jack needs Charlie to help him pop it back in. You can do this, Charlie. So Charlie helps pop back in the shoulder back into place, and then we go back to Charlie's flashback. Charlie arrives at Liam's place in Sydney. Charlie tells him about the chance to get back on a label, a real one, with a gig in LA. And Charlie tells Liam that he needs to get booked. And Liam knows Charlie is under the influence, and Liam wants Charlie to stay so he can get some help. And Charlie leaves and says he has a plane to catch. So that's LAX to go to, from Sydney to LAX. And back to the island, Jack asks Charlie how long it's been since his last fix. And Jack tells Charlie he's not useless. And then Charlie finds a moth in the cave. And Michael tells Kate she needs to take a break. Charlie tells Jack he can see the light. Walt says, hey, it's the doctor. And Jack and Charlie are out of the cave. Charlie found a way out. Saeed fires his rocket. Shannon fires off her other rocket. And then Sawyer does his job and fires off the rocket. And then Sawyer is knocked out by somebody from behind. Hurley asks Charlie what's the matter because he's kind of shaking. He's all sweaty. And Jack says Charlie has the flu. Kate makes Jack a sling for his arm. And then Charlie asks Locke for his drugs back. And Charlie's sure this time. So Locke, a man of his word, gives Charlie his heroin. And Charlie flicks it into the fire. And Locke says he's proud of him. Always knew you could do it. And then Charlie sees a moth fly by as the episode ends. So pretty good stuff here. I'm going to score the episode an 8.5 out of 10. My characters of the episode... For the males, it's got to be Charlie. I mean, it's a Charlie-focused episode. For the females, Kate, again, dominating the females. She's doing really good right now. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Lost and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please consider Hulk smashing the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And keep in mind, Lost is not the only thing that I cover on this channel. I cover a lot of other stuff. If you go to my playlist, you've got Game of Thrones stuff, you've got Dexter stuff, you've got Walking Dead stuff, you've got my live UFC fight reactions, my movie ranking videos, and my franchise ranking videos, and my end of the year videos, my movie collection videos, my Big Bang Theory stuff, my Shameless stuff, my Breaking Bad stuff, Better Call Saul stuff. I got a lot of stuff on the channel. That's what I'm trying to indicate to you. So check out my playlist for anything else that you may or may not like. Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Lost. Who's your male character of the episode? Who's your female character of the episode? And your overall score. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to interact with the legendary Crazy Coffin Man as well. And then now, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV.